While struggling with the reality of being a human being, instead of a myth, the strong black woman passed away. Medical sources say she died of natural causes, but those who knew her know she died from being silent when she should have been screaming, smiling when she should have been raging, from being sick and not wanting anyone to know because her pain might inconvenience them. She died from an overdose of other people clinging to her when she didn't even have energy for herself. She died from loving men who didn't love themselves and could only offer her a crippled reflection. She died from raising children alone. She died from the lies her grandmother told her mother and her mother told her about life, men, and racism. She died from being sexually abused as a child and having to take that truth, everywhere she went, every day of her life, exchanging the humiliation for guilt and back again. She died from asphyxiation, from secrets she kept trying to burn away instead of allowing herself the kind of nervous breakdown she was entitled to, but only white girls could afford. She died from being responsible because she was the last rung on the ladder, and there was no one under her she could dump on. The strong black woman is dead. She died from being dragged down and sat upon by unevolved women, posing as sisters and friends. She died from tolerating Mr. Pitiful just to have a man around the house. She died from sacrificing herself for everybody and everything when what she really wanted to do was be a singer, a dancer, or some magnificent other. She died from lies of omission because she didn't want to bring the black man down. She died from myths that would not allow her to show weakness without being chastised by the lazy and the hazy. She died from hiding her real feelings until they became hard and bitter enough to invade her womb and breast like angry tumors. She died from never being enough of what men wanted or being too much for the man she wanted. She died from being too black, and she died for not being black enough. She died from being misinformed about her mind, her body, and the extent of her royal capabilities. She died from knees pressed too close together because respect was never part of the foreplay that was being shoved at her. And sometimes when she refused to die, when she just refused to give in, she was killed by the lethal images of blonde hair, blue eyes, flat butts being rejected by the OJs, the Quincy's, the Cubas, and the Kobe's. Sometimes she was stomped to death by racism, sexism, executed by high-tech ignorance while she carried the family in her belly, the community on her head, and the race on her back. The strong black woman is dead. Or is she? I know I'm not. Beautiful daughter, a queen arising, one I know who will soar with eagles one day, divinely purposed to live on this earth, to bear the heirs of our dynasty. I want you to know, I pass this on to you, that the strong black woman has not died. Her feathers and chains have been broken by the wisdom, love, and compassion I have given you, daughter. Oh my goodness. The strong black woman has not died. She has evolved. And I see her our future as women. Every time I gaze into your face, my only one, an heiress to the throne, to all that you see in the unknown. Continue to pass on this wisdom that I share to you, the love that I give you. To all those that you love and all that you impact, I admire you. It's my reward for all the things I did to be strong. If I didn't know, when I didn't know if they were right or wrong. I did them because I love you and I believe in a future of women just like you. And I'm blessed to have birthed you into this world, to change it for the better, so that strength would no longer require pain. But in all things, daughter, do them in Jesus' name. I love you, Lily.